What is your opinion on medicalizing psychedelics?
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Well, no, that's overstating it. Here's my thing. So, having participated in the world of them not being legal, I think there is a couple of things. I think one is that, all right, so Carl Jung said, be careful of unearned wisdom. That was what his comment was on psychedelics. And there's some real truth to that. Most of the time, if you have a real deep experience, it will make you earn it anyway. That's part of what's going on. But in my opinion, you have to take some kind of, I almost want to say make a sacrifice, but you have to take some kind of risk. You have to put some skin in the game. And one of the ways that you can do that is by committing a crime, which is obtaining it, right? When you're not supposed to. And so that can be one way that you like make a serious commitment that you're going to have this experience, right? So we take that part away from it. The other thing is some of these drugs are they're inside of very old traditions that we don't necessarily understand why all the parts are in there, but they seem to work. And then so you're going to take this thing that works in its context, and then you're going to drop it into like a dentist's office and expect the same results. Like it just doesn't. I don't see how the experiences that I've had wouldn't have happened in a dentist's office.
Yeah. And I think one of the first times you came on my radar on like Twitter was like you had said, I think it was you, and maybe this wasn't you, but you probably agree, even if it wasn't, where it was just kind of like, you know, microdosing is a big thing, but like microdosing for like productivity for somebody else is so stupid. Like it's like that's not like, why are you doing this to like be an engineer, you know? Like why are you doing, like you should be doing this one for yourself, but making something cool, you know, like making something fun. Like that doesn't, like, of course this is the whole thing with like the whole people that throw the baby out in the bathwater for like Timothy Leary and all these other people who are just like, well, they were CIA. Case closed. See you later. It's like, well, okay, what they were saying works, because I don't think the CIA finds things that don't work, and invests a bunch of time into them. So that means they work. But this is the same concept with this. Of course, a Fortune 500 company is going to find out that like psilocybin might have some benefits, you know, for like that. Like, of course they're going to find that. But why are you doing it for somebody else? Like, it's not good.
Yeah, and those people never do the full. And I'm not trying to, you know, it's not for everyone. Everyone has their limit. Everyone has.
Not for me. Yeah.
We'll figure. We'll dose you later. No, just kidding. We're
for content. I can do anything. I'm down to have another ego death. I could use another ego death. It's building up too much. Yeah,
I hear that.
Exactly. Yeah. But I think it's always like, you have these incredible bouts of wisdom come in, but then oftentimes your life is still in shambles and you're like, well, what's going on? And then you see other people and their lives are in shambles, and or not even, or then you see like a guy like Sam Harris. It's like, yeah, I take 5 grams of dried mushrooms in a closet, but he's still a fucking dork, you know? And you're like, okay, it didn't make you cool. And then the other thing, and like on a more, this is just my theory. I might have,
I just, the Sam Harris, you have this, like, you're never really mad. But like Sam Harris is like the person that does it.
He does it for me. Yeah, I don't know.
Me, I talk like that about people I love, but like you, it's like that is like
it's true. Man. Yeah. But then, and this is, I don't know, this is just my like hippie science theory, but like particularly with LSD, and I've had some fun LSD experiences for sure. But there's it's like, you know, like it's commonly said that it's a non-specific amplifier, and which I agree. And there seems to be, like Rupert Sheldrake says, Terrence's friend, there seems to be like a morphogenetic field around LSD where you are kind of getting that weird CIA vibe. You are kind of getting the whole, what it's become over the decades since the 60s, since the 40s and 50s, or whenever it was, you know, invented and synthesized, to where it's kind of a, you know, it's hard to make it your own thing. Whereas like a mushroom thing, you know, they grow wild. Even when you grow them in a container, they're still like living beings and stuff. They have their own kind of agenda. So I don't know. The LSD thing is interesting. I think it's definitely like you said, Glenn. It's like it works. You can manipulate people on LSD. You can be manipulated. It
worked on me. I just didn't like that it worked. That was the problem.
Yeah,
like psilocybin. Sure. Like man, I'll tell the story. I don't care. I straight up like was with my friend. and he might have, I think he aided my bad trip a little bit, but like where I ate a half eighth, right? Like, and this is like old school, like plastic sandwich bag mushrooms. This isn't like a scientist giving me mushrooms. Like, we bought it off this guy, and they were called gold caps, right? And they got the little like things on there. Apparently those are better. I don't know. But I ate like half an eighth, like an idiot. It was like, oh, that's what you're supposed to start with. And then I was like, but this does nothing. And then I ate the rest of them. I didn't give it the allotted time. And I mean, people will laugh at the story and it's embarrassing, but like it took me like years to figure out like what this actually meant. I think I'm very much an inner monologue myself out of like doing something cool with my life kind of guy. And all of a sudden my friend, he starts playing like death metal. He's just one of those like death metal soothes him kind of guys. And I had to go outside because we're not doing that. Children of Bodom's not going to fucking play while we're tripping out on mushrooms. And then, we're just not going to I suggested AT-aliens, but that's
it's got a good vibe at least.
Yeah. Can I get something? Like, please something with like a possible groove. And, but anyways, I go in the backyard and he comes out and like, I just don't have any clothes on. I'm in the backyard. Just in his backyard. I just don't have any clothes on. And in my head, I'm like, why did I do that? It was straight up ego death. I think I just took everything that was on. I'm just like, I just want to be like, whatever I have on me right now needs to go. And and I think a lot of stuff went with the clothes, you know, like I did. And like, it kind of brought me out of this weird, like early 20s, like funk that a lot of guys get in, you know?
Yeah, it's probably good. I mean, sounds like, and now with the retrospect you can have on it, would you say it was a good experience then, like for you?
Yes. If we're talking about things that are better 10 years from now, yes, absolutely. At the time, I mean, my friend saw me naked in the backyard, you know, like it was just, it was not great. Like, you know, I'm still friends with the guy to this day, but you know, it's just like, and he's done way weirder stuff. So I don't, you know, it's like, it was the guy you want to do it around, luckily. Like it was it. Yeah,
but I know you know this, but like the mushrooms have a way of getting people naked in the strangest way, in the most embarrassing ways. It has happened to the best.
You don't say.
It's fucking weird, dude.
I got a bad batch. But no, it was that's crazy. I mean, it's just I agree too. The stuff like it's like legalized. Stuff gets legalized for many reasons. You know, marijuana is the same way. It's just like it's fine. It's like whatever, you're gonna do it. I don't think it leads. I think it might lead to like more people doing stuff, but at the same time, like you said, Brad, it's like that kind of inaccessibility made it like I think it like aids in the journey a little bit. Like
I'm in a kind of a conflicted position because I don't want people to go. I don't want people to go to jail for it either. You know, I'm not saying like punish these people, but I do. Something is lost in this chain, and maybe it's not in the legalizing it. Maybe it's in the like medicalizing it and like can you just imagine having to fill out a form to have your insurance compensate you for the mushroom trip you went on?
Never even thought about
that. That'd be so fucking crazy. Like that would screw the whole thing. So yeah, there's something I don't like about the corporatization of it, the medicalization of it. I bristle at it.
Just that dumb like silhouette mushroom logo watermark in the corner of the paper you're filling out. Like, just, oh god,
it's gonna undo any growth that accrued in that experience.
It's terrible. That is a good point. That is a good point. So